What are you doing in my swamp? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1973 movie, The Exorcist. So I have reviewed this movie before a long time ago. It's like during my 31 Days of Horror, I think in 2019, so it wasn't real long ago, but it's been quite a while. Seems like it's really a lot longer than it is with the way the world's changed since then. But I'm going to be reviewing all of the Exorcist movies, so I wanted to revisit this one and thought I'd go ahead and re-review it and everything, since that video wasn't really in the best quality anyway and everything. And my thoughts on this movie are somewhat the same, but also they are different. Like, this movie, every time I watch it I enjoy it a little bit more, but as you know, it follows the story of a woman whose daughter is possessed by a demon, and most of the movie they're trying to find out what's wrong with her, doing all kinds of tests, checking with her mental health and stuff like that, and eventually they realize she's possessed by a demon, and they have to have two priests come and do a exorcism on her. And that's pretty much the story of this movie. It's a pretty simple story. More than likely you've already seen it. This is like a really popular horror movie, one of the most iconic, influential, and groundbreaking horror movies ever made. And was one that really got people into horror movies back in the 70s, from what I was reading when I was looking up the movie and stuff. And I had learned a lot of stuff about the movie that I didn't know, like that I had heard about people passing out and stuff, but there were reports of like kids getting sick and stuff too, people taking their kids to see this movie, which, why take your kids to this movie, I don't really know, but it explains why a lot of people that I grew up with and stuff say that their parents and stuff were terrified of this movie and stuff. I guess a lot of our parents were the ones seeing this movie as kids and stuff, and it terrified them. I think my mom was really scared of this movie, but it never really scared me very much. I love this movie though. I think it is a really great movie, and it is a masterpiece, and I love it for its influence on the horror genre and everything. But it is a really great movie, but I don't think it's really scary. It has its moments where it's a little bit creepy and stuff, like when she turns her head around and the spider walk stuff. That stuff always creeps me out, but the other parts when she's like outbursting and doing the F me thing and stuff, when the doctors and stuff come into her room and stuff, that scene always cracks me up really bad. Like, I always find myself dying laughing during that. Part of it, I think, also is the sick sense of humor, and the movie Scary Movie 2 also kind of has ruined it too, because every time I watch this movie I think of Scary Movie 2, and like the scene when she's goes downstairs and everything, she pees on the floor and stuff. It's a big scene that they parodied in Scary Movie 2, so every time I watch it, it just makes me think of that scene and cracks me up for some reason. And the iconic "your mother sucks you know what's" and Hell's line, that scene always cracks me up too. It's like really jacked up, and everything is like the ultimate burn. But I just don't find this movie scary. I know a lot of people do, and I'm sure maybe if I would have seen it when it first came out or watched it as a little kid, I probably would have been terrified of it. But I didn't see it until I was already an adult anyway, so it's never scared me or anything. But I will say I think this is a great movie though, and the cast in here are really great, especially Linda Blair as Reagan, and the ones who do the voices and stuff of the demon inside her are really good. They sync her talking with their voices really well, and makes it really believable and scary, and like the makeup effects they use on Reagan is really good, making her look really creepy. They did a really good job with that. And the rest of the cast in here are really good, especially Jason Miller as Father Karras. I think he's just really, really great in this movie, and Max von Sydow as Father Merrin is pretty good too. He's not in this movie a lot, but he's still really good in the little bit he is in it and stuff. And Ellen Bernstein, who is a really, really great actress, and this was like one of her first big roles and stuff, plays Reagan's mom, Chris, and she's really good in here too. But I will say that she does like overact quite a bit and stuff. Like her acting is like really, really over the top and kind of like, okay, you're overdoing it there. And it's like some of the parts when she's really freaking out and stuff, it's like people I don't think would freak out that bad. I mean, yeah, most people would be too scared to, and probably be frozen and stuff watching their daughter do stuff like that when she's possessed and stuff, like when she's when the stuff is going around in the room and stuff, and everything. It's not very believable that she would have been as hysterical like that. But I think she did a good enough job and everything. Owen Roizman's cinematography is stunning. Some absolutely amazing shots in this movie, and some of the most iconic scenes in this movie are just some really, really great moments. Like I said, the spider walk scene is awesome and everything. I just wish it would have lasted a little bit longer because it goes by really quick and stuff. And the head turning scene, which you kind of get two of them. Both of them were really good, but the one towards the end of the movie is the creepier one. But I love both of those, and like when she's floating in the air and stuff, that scene's awesome. And when they're doing the power of Christ compels you and slinging the holy water on her, that scene is awesome. And it just has a lot of really amazing scenes, and I absolutely love this movie. Every time I watch it, I like it a little bit more and stuff. And this is a really, really slow-paced movie. It's a slow burn. The movie's like 2 hours and 12 minutes, and it really... The first couple times I watched it, it really felt like it was a lot longer than it was, but as time has gone on and stuff, the more I watch it and stuff, the less the pacing bothers me. I actually really enjoyed it a lot this time and everything. I enjoyed it more this time than I ever have, and like I said, I think it's just one that gets better with every rewatch. And it is a really good movie. Scary, no, but fun to watch, yes. And everything, and they do a good job building up the intensity and stuff, though, I will say that. And like Steve Boderich, I think, is the one who did the score. I probably butchered his last name. If I did, I apologize. His score is really haunting, and it really helps give the movie the creepy atmosphere, and works really, really well. I absolutely love the score for this movie, especially like the theme music and stuff, the iconic music that anytime you hear it, you know it's from this movie. It's really, really great theme and stuff, and I really do love this movie. I'm kind of excited to watch the sequels and stuff, but in a way I'm kind of not, because I've never seen them before, and part of me kind of doesn't want to tarnish this movie by seeing the sequels. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about Exorcist 3 and everything, and I've heard some good and some bad about Exorcist 2, so I'm curious to see what I think about it. But yeah, so I'll be reviewing those later this evening, or at least the second one later this evening. The third one probably be sometime tomorrow when I get home from work. But yeah, so I'd say I'd give The Exorcist a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason I'm not giving it a full 10 out of 10 is just that because of the pacing. It really does. If it weren't for that, I would give it a full 10. But I do love this movie. I think it's a really, really great movie. It's one that every horror movie fan should see at least once, and everything. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of The Exorcist, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.